Hello, welcome back to Bedford School Classics, and here we will be teaching you the grammar for Stage 2. So we have a little introduction, and you can see what's on each slide, and you can skip to that slide based on what you want to work on today. About the language. So firstly, we're introducing you to the nominative case. So this is used when nouns are the subject of a sentence, i.e. they're doing the verb. So a good example of this is Coquus est in Colina. So the cook is in the kitchen, the cook's been placed in the nominative case as he's doing the verb. We're also introducing you to the accusative case. So this is what nouns are placed in when they're the object of a sentence, i.e. receiving the verb. A good example of this is Metella grumio nem laudat. So grumio here has been placed in the accusative as the verb is being done to him. He is being praised. And Metella, you can see, is in the nominative. So if you want a couple more examples of this, just flip to page 21, the CLC book 1, and yeah, that should help you out. So practicing the language. So on page 22 of the CLC book 1, there are some exercises that you can do, and so pause the slide here, go through them, and I will have the answers up in a second. Okay, so here are the answers to exercise 1. Here are the answers to exercise 2. And remember, these are my interpretation of the translations, so they may vary slightly in the English used, but because English is quite flexible like that, it should still be the same meaning, just it might be phrased in a slightly different way. So don't worry if your answer isn't exactly the same as mine, because most likely it's still going to be correct. So, amicus. Here we have a translation. So please attempt this, pause the slide here, I'll bring up the translation in a second. And yeah, just give it your best shot. So here's the translation, and remember, this is my translation. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as long as the right meaning is there. So here we have the exercises that are throughout the pages of Stage 2. Now I know Emmanuel has answered these on, or translated these on his video of the vocab in Stage 2, but here is my interpretation of the exercise and my translation of them. So they may vary slightly, and you can see how they compare and how we translate them differently, just based upon how we want to use the English and what we think works best with the context. So here are my answers. So remember, yours doesn't have to be the exact same, it just has to be similar, and as long as it has the right meaning, makes sense in English, then it's correct. So, Mercator. Another translation, and so pause the screen here, do the translation, attempt to use the book to help you, and I'll put the answers up in just a moment. So, okay, here we have the last translation, intraclinio. So again, pause the video, attempt the translation, use your book to help if needs be, and play the video again when you're ready to mark it. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the other videos we produce for Stage 2.